One of my favorite YouTubers said this:
"The sound is in the hands, it's just a cop-out."
But what you're about to hear was done with these hands alone. I've been following Glenn for about 10 years now. I pretty much agree with everything he says, but
is the sound really in the hands? Because it's something I had been taught and I believed as well.
Me too. And Glenn goes on to show 3 different performances of the same song, and I can't tell the difference at all. They sound exactly the same.
And when you make the player the only variable, and I do mean in a case where everything is the same except for the player, there are no drastic tone shifts.
Are you sure?
We use the same guitar, amp, cabinet, mic, settings. Hell, we even use the same pick. Now, the one thing I've never seen anybody do since we've made this test way back in 2014 is to make a better test.
Now, I'm not saying my experiment was better, but I did take it a step further, and I took the volume of the normal version and the My Style version and made sure they were exactly the same. So what this means is, let's say I record the normal version and I use the SM57. After recording it, if the loudness of it comes out to be negative 17.5 LUFS, then when I record my style of it, regardless of what it comes out after the fact, I'm going to put that also as negative 17.5 LUFS, so they are exactly the same. So what's the point of comparing both of these versions at exactly the same volume? On this channel, I compare original albums with their remastered counterparts, and if both versions are not at the exact same volume, you will always pick the louder one, as long as they're relatively similar. And that is human nature. It's based off of the Fletcher-Munson curve.
Especially when you conduct experiments using the scientific method and provide actual evidence.
Here's what I did. You're gonna hear the back and forth between the normal version, which is me just hitting the pick flat against the strings, and then my style version, which is me turning the pick almost 90 degrees, sloping over my hand over the strings, and making sure my fingers are striking the strings before the pick is. But as you know, Glenn always says, well, how does it sound in the mix? That is the true test. Now, I still agree with Glenn, even though I think the results are pretty clear here. I think when he says it's not in the hands, I don't mean the left hand, the one that's actually fretting the instrument. I don't think there's any way you can change the tone that way. I think it has to be the pick hand. Did I do the experiment correctly? Am I the only variable? I think I did a good job, but who knows? I don't know if Glenn's going to agree with this or not, but one thing I'm pretty sure he will agree on is that the pick will change the guitar sound.